matchup. It has all the makings of a good one. Top 2 scorers in the Big Ten, top 2 shooting percentages, but the game is not played on paper. So here we go. First possession goes to the home team. And immediately, a turnover there. Moving screen by Sydney Parrish, number 33. Hawkeyes now get a chance at a first possession. They go down to Stolke early. That's a no-go. The Hoosiers undefeated at home. Aggressive move.
That's the kind of bucket that'll get you open for threes later in the game when the defense has to guard you.
Played 3 seasons at Minnesota, averaged 17 points per game her junior year at Minnesota. So a couple free throws for the Hoosiers. Caitlin Clark the other way. Tie ball game.
One of the keys defensively for Indiana has to be to pick up Caitlin Clark early. That time the defense did not get their shoulders squared in front of Clark. She will find an angle to the bucket.
Scalia looked at the basket. Outside shot goes. Scalia feeling it already.
Showing you exactly why the three-point percentage is the best in the Big Ten.
Scalia 44% from the outside. These 2 teams can put it up, both of them.
Chloe Moore McNeil has the assignment of guarding Caitlin Clark, but on the switch. A block.
That was by Garzon. She gets it back the other way.
That's excellent defense by Indiana. Garzon moving her feet on the perimeter, gets the block on Caitlin Clark. If you have to switch, your bigs must be active and in the other way quickly for IU to get a transition opportunity, but gets to the free throw line.
She was actually working out with an American player overseas, came to train here in the state of Indiana, and that's how she got connected with the Hoosiers program. Clark, her first step back of the evening is good. All square away at 5 here. McNeil down to Holmes.
The right idea, not great spacing there for the entry pass to Mackenzie Holmes.
Martin on the bounce down to Stolke. It was a block there. Holmes. You called her automatic.
The rim run from Mackenzie Holmes, but he starts with the defense for IU.
Martin can't connect down low, cleans up her own mess.
Iowa got that one to go around the rim, but coming off the loss to Illinois, this is an Indiana team that wants to defend at the rim. That's what they did not do in that game.
They also want to execute on this end. Seven all, 3 minutes gone here in the first. Mid-range by Caitlin Clark. She gets hit on the way up. It's the first personal.
And she did a really good job early in the season when these 2 teams met. May not look like it on paper, but in the stretches where Moore McNeil was guarding Caitlin Clark, I thought she did a nice job as well.
Parrish tries to go up against O'Grady. These 2 teams met about a month ago, January 13th in Iowa. Final score there was 84-57, so a 27-point victory. Terry Morin saying, okay, we know that Caitlin Clark is going to get hers, but in that game, Molly Davis had 18 points. We've got to hold everybody else. Offensive rebound by the Hoosiers.
It must have been on O'Grady right there. Yeah, she got Mackenzie Holmes on the head.
That's O'Grady's second personal. Hannah Stolke comes right back into the basketball game.
And the good thing for Iowa is they have some depth with size, but they're all going to guard her differently. Stolke is going to try to front. O'Grady has got some quickness and size.
So 2 3-pointers either way, no good. Quickly, Iowa wastes no time in transition. Extra steps by Gabby Marshall. Remains 10-9. Scalia doesn't need a lot of space. Goes to the deck, no call. Iowa stays in its offense. Back to the basket, Stolke drawing the foul.
Sure, Terry Morton couldn't have asked for a better start from her team.
Well, that was a point of emphasis. Defense, playing physical. Stolke goes 1 for 2. Stays with the Hawkeyes.
See where she can get in and have impact. She goes to the glass. Just a really good Swiss Army knife for Lisa Bluder.
Clark already has 7, make it 9. Tough one. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Holmes from the outside.
We've only had 2 of those on the season, but
only attempted 7.
The form looks good, though, Zora.
We started getting those up and shoot around today. Stolke, big body move.
One more pass by Clark.
Scalia, tipped by a falter there. Picked up by Clark. Hawkeyes on the run. To a cutting Kate Martin. Rounds his way in.
You gotta communicate. You gotta talk. And that's the challenging aspect of playing a crowding defense the way that Indiana has played so far, is you've got to talk about cutters. Because I will be aggressive going to the bucket.
Holmes, great positioning. Gets the second chance opportunity.
That's a Micah drill.
A falter. Little hesitation there under the rim. Fake it. Bargesser, that's good. Steps right to her shot. They're going back to Stolke, working through a nice cut by Clark. Clark has 11. Moving without the basketball.
Yes. With speed.
Iowa on a little bit of a run. How does Indiana respond?
Ooh, nice job. Kate Martin always doing the little things.
Amendola up against Marshall. Just a height advantage on that one. Lead back to Indiana. Shot clock off here in the first. Caitlin Clark loves when time is winding down. She calls it a free-for-all. Allows her to be creative.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So Indiana in the bonus. So Clark lead back to Iowa.
Yeah, that either should have been an offensive foul call on Caitlin Clark or a no call based on what we saw in that replay. And that's with my official's glasses on, Zoro. So
6.9 to go here in the first quarter. More McNeil gets to her spot. Bargesser before the buzzer.
gets in on the action. And then you've got the most efficient player in the Big Ten, Mackenzie Holmes, so that helps.
But she also talked about the ability to play inside out. So much attention has to be on Mackenzie Holmes inside. You can lose track of the shooters on the outside. Turnover there by the Hoosiers. Caitlin Clark leading all scorers right now with 13 points. Indiana said it was going to change up defenses. We've seen that so far here in the game.
Yeah, they're in a boxing one right now. But Iowa was anticipating that. So they have some play calls.
Oh! Behind the back pass. Didn't work out. Garzon. It's good. Clark driving left.
Foul there, no doubt. I don't know what the words were that was said, but something was said by Garzon Then Clark jumped in. Hey, that's what we did on the playground when we were kids. It's a little harmless chirping. So thank you to the officials for not calling anything.
And these two teams are playing for something, right? Iowa 12-2 in conference play. Indiana 12-3, back-to-back in the standings, number 2 and number 3. And I can't remember the last time Caitlin Clark missed 2 free throws in a row.
Well, you know they say ball don't lie. So I don't know what went on in that exchange, but 2 missed free throws definitely uncharacteristic for Clark.
Remains a 4-point game. Indiana with the lead. Scalia trying to get it down low to Holmes. She goes to the spin cycle.
That is the footwork that Mackenzie Holmes is famous for.
Deep one for Clark. Silence.
I don't know if you want to make her mad. I don't think that's a good idea.
The stars showing out. Both of them in double figures.
Don't poke the bear.
More McNeil. Bargesser.
How good has Bargesser been early in this game? The mix offensively. Maryland has won 4 in a row. That's a team definitely keeping my eyes on. Nebraska 2 in a row. Illinois now won 2 in a row. You want to have that momentum going in the right direction.
So basket doesn't count. They get it right back to Clark, though. Bargesser leading the break. Holmes, no one picks her up.
And that's something I think we stopped talking about when it comes to Mackenzie Holmes is her body transformation that has happened since her freshman year. She is stronger, quicker, faster. And that's all hard work that she's put in to get there.
Shot clock winding down. Iowa has to put it up. That is a shot clock violation. 7-point game.
After Indiana's loss to Illinois, Mackenzie Holmes said, I don't do well with losing. And this team had their best practice in between that time, and they have come out ready.
Scalia trying to find some space. Fouled on the 3-point attempt.
You've got someone like Scalia just cutting, getting multiple screens. Eventually, she's going to catch one.
Mackenzie Holmes in double figures for Indiana. 10-point game, largest lead of the evening for the Hoosiers. Caitlin, little hesitation, foul before the shot.
They got 27 points right now with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. And Terry Morton told us we want to keep them around 70. And you and I
was going to say, what was your reaction to that?
I said, I don't know if that's going to happen. But they are making me a believer tonight.
Caitlin 1 for 2 at the free throw line on that attempt. Less than 3 to go here in the second. Less than 5 on the shot clock. Garzon. Is he the rebound by Sydney Parrish? Garzon underneath. And one opportunity. Indiana is playing today.
Yarden Garzon may look slight in size, but this took a lot of strength to muscle this up.
No good on the free throw. Scalia on Clark on an island. Patient offensively, Iowa on this possession. Clark off the screen, yes!
See how the defense is sagging off Bargesser, but she does not shoot the 3.
Rattles that one in, Sara Scalia.
We've seen a nice arsenal from Scalia. Took it to the rim early, getting 3 looks, that time with the midi.
Nice find. Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin are just on one accord. Less than a minute to go here in the first half. Garzon, she can put it up. Her second three this evening. Shot clock is off. Looks like Clark will hold it for the last possession of the first half. 11-point game. Which way does she go? She goes left. That step back. And that's how the first half ends. The Hoosiers undefeated this season when they have the lead at halftime. We've already talked about the fact that they are undefeated on this floor, 13-0. This is going to be Iowa basketball to start the third quarter. Iowa shooting 41% from the field. That's compared to the 50% they normally shoot. Clark had just enough space short on her first attempt of the second half.
And the number that stood out to me, Zora, 21% from three-point land for Iowa.
Only 3 threes so far for the Hawkeyes. They average over 10 a game. Parrish goes to the deck. No call. Here comes Caitlin Clark in transition. Davis in the lane. Tosses it up. Blocked by Holmes. That's Hannah Stolke with the rebound. Clark, hesitation. Tries to create space, uses her body. Offensive foul.
In particular in the paint, in particular with their bigs. We have seen that.
Scalia getting downhill.
Scalia continuing what she did in the first half. Just uses her body to get the shoulders past Gabby Marshall. Has a little bit of a height advantage when stretching those arms out. Finishes with the contact.
Clark. Stolen by Garzon. Holmes. 65% from the field.
Gabby Marshall and Kate Martin to get more involved in the offense.
There's Martin. She's been short on a lot of her shots this evening. More McNeil going to the mid-range. Davis, left alone, buries that one. Iowa needed a bucket.
Yeah, that's an important one. How will the supporting cast respond? We heard Aaliyah Boston talking about that at halftime in the studio. They're taking away Clark. Excuse me, they're taking away everyone but Clark. How will everybody else get involved in the second half?
So now you've got Holmes, Scalia, and Garzon in double figures for the Hoosiers. Clark trying to find some space. Martin right underneath the basket.
And that allows Iowa to get back and get their defense set the way they want. Indiana punched them in the face in transition offense early in this quarter.
Clark quickly.
So fast.
So it was an 18-point game quickly. Now down to 13. 2-on-1 opportunity for the Hawkeyes. Almost halfway through this third quarter. Basketball is a game of runs.
It is.
And it's how you withstand them, how you respond, particularly on the road. Blown up balloons in the background trying to get you off. Martin gets them both. 9-2 run for the Hawkeyes. Here comes Garzon, long strides. Lily Meister battles, gets That's the extra possession for the Hoosiers. Parrish! She's back! Clark wastes no time, gets it to Martin, blocked by Meister. Hoosiers taking this defense to heart. Parrish again? Why not? When you got it, you got it. McCabe coming off the screen. Nice roll by O'Grady. 17,000 people. Over 50% in transition.
Gabby Marshall, in particular, I say those two players because of their history with this team.
Martin, Marshall, and Clark, all seniors. Marshall and Martin are super seniors. Got a couple extra years. Traveling is the call, so that'll be a turnover for the Hoosiers. Clark setting up the offense. Still seeing a little bit of that junk defense. Execution by the Hawkeyes. Terry Morin calling it clean, crisp basketball is what she likes to see. Not a lot of time to work here, though. Less than 5 on the shot clock. Scalia. Clark. And O'Grady gets that one.
I'm telling you, Clark commands so much attention on the drive. The defense has done a nice job of collapsing, but what is happening is she's finding the open man before the collapse gets there. The defense is caught.
This game now in single digits. 8-point difference. Approaching a minute to go here in the third. More McNeil outside. Ben's open when you're at home. The slowdown by the Hawkeyes. Everybody getting a touch. Marshall sets her feet. Bottom of the net.
That's a big one. Gabby Marshall is 4 of her last 19 from 3.
Less than 30 to go in the quarter. Shot clock is still on.
And that zone keeps the ball from getting crisply into Mackenzie Holmes. Remember, the purpose of a zone is to protect the interior.
Clark with the ball. Time winding down. We know how this script usually ends.
You see Terry Morin's going to sub her out for a little bit of an extended break, along with Scalia. That's a management substitution there by Morin.
Quickly taken away by Bargesser. Will she get it off before the buzzer? Got it off. Missed the shot. She just snatched it. All right, fourth quarter underway here. 8-point game. Here's Zone. Finding a little crevice there. Back to double digits.
The versatility of Garzon at 6'3" just makes her a difficult matchup. Terry Morin can move her around in the offense, and she can get a bucket just about anywhere.
They go to Clark. She goes quickly.
Man, that floater off of the glass is perfected. Even with the defense pursuing, she finds an angle.
Clark had a quiet third quarter, just 2 points.
Iowa going back to that zone.
Their zone down to Holmes.
Holmes. She's got some mitts on her, too.
That deep three just in and out for Clark. We stay at 66-56. About a minute has gone by here in the fourth. Garzon putting it up. 3 threes on the evening for the Israeli native.
How do you make them pay?
Less than 8 to go in the fourth. They swing it. Davis just off. Picked up by the Hoosiers. Nice lob pass.
In perfect position as always for Holmes.
Clark trying to keep her team in this one.
Gotta finish it. It was when Grace Berger got hurt. She had to move to the point.
What a series of events. Traveling is the call at Garzon there.
Oh, a lot of shouting happening right now. The officials.
Plus, in a game like this, you want to make sure it's correct. Marshall, pump fake, gets into the lane, brings it back out. Stolke asking for the basketball up against Garzon there.
Good seal there by Stolke.
I remember when I was in gyms, you remember Terry Moore played at Purdue. She said, I remember when I was in gyms where there was just hundreds of people in the stands, and now to see fans all the way up to the rafters, she said, we have to take a moment to appreciate it, where this game has come.
Well, Terry Moore played under Lynn Dunn in her days at Purdue, and Lynn, she definitely did a heck of a job there coaching. I'm sure they got some good crowds in attendance. Big Ten always has great crowds.
Sydney Parrish now has 4 fouls. Iowa keeps the ball. Caitlin dumped down. Stolke.
Can we also revisit the fact that Stolke had a 47-point game this season, Zora?
I would love to revisit that. At the time, it was a Carver Hawkeye Arena record. She had no threes during that performance.
And shot 85% from the field. Like, what?
No help on the backside. Leads to 2 for Holmes.
Great play call by Terry Moore. The clear out on the backside so no one can help.
Martin, quick first step there.
And the quick strike. We've seen Kate Martin come alive in the second half.
Gets the 3-point play to go. You've now got 3 starters for Indiana with 3 personals. That last one was on Garzon. Warren McNeil has 3 as well as Holmes. Remember, Parrish has 4. They keep working through Holmes. Another whistle. We talked about the physicality in this one from the get-go.
And you can feel it even through this point of the game.
Holmes. You can see both her numbers. She bobbles it. Turnover. A falter. That looked like a quarterback getting to her receiver.
So fast. Defense to offense happened so fast for Iowa.
Under 4 to go. Indiana trying to hold on. Scalia. A much different performance from Scalia this time around. In January when these 2 teams met, didn't knock down a 3-pointer.
You never forget when you're in those film sessions and coaches talking about the last time that you played that team, you don't forget.
Scalia's now at 20. Clark creates.
Clark has missed some around the bucket that she would normally make with her eyes closed.
Been a tough second half for Caitlin Clark. She has 4 points in the second half compared to 20 in the first.
It is now 8 for 23 from the field.
Off the handoff. Not enough legs on that one. I mean, how badly Indiana wanted payback was all over their faces from the jump ball.
Look at the denial by Clark there.
Forces the turnover. Now the Hawkeyes can run. She finds a way to get it down to Stolke. The precision on the pass. Got to stay locked in if you're Indiana. 75-66. Moore McNeil spins. Holmes finishes it off.
Moore McNeil lost the defense. That play started with her aggressiveness.
Quick one by Kate Martin.
The quick strike by Iowa right now. Indiana's got to get back and get set.
Well, that's what's keeping him in this one. Second personal on Caitlin Clark. Both teams in the bonus.
Terry Moore telling us how close-knit this team is. She said after the Illinois loss, they had a meeting, a team meeting. Type of togetherness that this team shows, meeting without the coaches.
Ball back to Indiana. Chloe Moore McNeil asking for the clear out. Scrambling defense for the Hawkeyes. Scalia left all alone. She's at 23. That was a big one. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Another miss by Clark.
Point game, double-digit lead. Nice setup by Garzon down to Holmes. That'll be a foul. Indiana basketball. Caitlin Clark exits the game with 1:19 to go. You got to think with Caitlin Clark going to the bench. Lisa Bluter sees where this game is going.
And credit the way that Indiana has worked Clark. She definitely got going in the first half, but Moore McNeil has stuck to her like glue, just steady, taking away the vision. They did some face guarding. She's had to work to get open. It's wearing the player down as the game goes on. It doesn't always have to be a trap.
Garzon having a great showing as well as 15 and 3 threes. Less than a minute to go. This crowd smelling a victory. Just some quick substitutions here for Terry Moore. And a moment for this crowd to appreciate what the starters have done. Just listen. 17,000 people.
There's so many factors that went into this performance tonight for Indiana, wanting to bounce back from a loss. The Iowa team that averages over 90 points per game, they have 69. That's the number Terry Moore talked about. But it's also this crowd of over 17,000 and how special of a moment this will be for them to remember being the number 4 team in the country.
Well, last season, these two teams split appearances, each team winning at home. Bargesser with the basketball. Time winding down. The crowd on its feet, including the Hoosiers bench. Mark picks up one last shot. Bargesser will hold it.